Hey guys, back with another video. This video is going to be on environment, and I've done a couple of videos on environment, and I just want to keep reinforcing if you're not in a very good environment and it seems difficult at times, it's totally natural. That's a natural progression when you start on this journey. You're just, in the beginning some people want to prove their point, or some people want to have other people change because they found all this wonderful, amazing information that is true. And not everyone's in a spot in their life where they're willing to accept it or hear it from you. And so it really got me thinking, I'm not saying be top secret and suppress your feelings and how you feel, and don't talk about what you've learned. But I would really try to reach out to someone or find someone as quickly as possible online, or something that you can mastermind with and express your excitement and joy in the things that you've learned. Because what happens if you don't, you really get isolated, and you start to feel so alone and lonely. Even though you're radiant inside, you're almost walking around like your mouth's zippered, and you don't want to say anything to anyone because you know that they're not going to be understanding, right? They don't have an awareness of the things you're talking about. And a lot of people take it a step further where they really get annoyed and bothered when you're trying to explain some of this information you've learned, and people just aren't grasping what you're saying, right? You guys got to understand that they're in their program. Their program doesn't support what you're saying, right? And a lot of people just refuse to accept the fact that their thoughts create things, and that their life that they're living can be connected dots right back to thoughts they had since forever. Right? Your tomorrow is going to look just like today if you're having the same thoughts, same feelings, same actions, right? And people don't want to accept that, because then it means they're a victim, right? It's a lot easier in the beginning, and especially when you're unaware of this amazing information. It can't be my fault. I get up, I go to work, I try to get better. I try to do my best. I try to, I was at a business conference this weekend, and they did an exercise, and it was really powerful. And I've seen exercises like this before, but never the way that he did it. It was pretty cool. We were all, applauding for people that were being brave and going up on the stage and interacting in activities. But then he'd come around and ask people, did you give 100% when you were applauding for this person? And they'd be like, yeah. And it's like, okay, are you sure? Right? You had to be real with yourself. Like, no, actually, I was giving about 25% effort when I was clapping and cheering. Those are the kind of things that we really have to start doing, right? Instead of worrying about what everyone else is doing and getting this information to other people that are in your environment and making them aware of these things, if you can just try to do the best that you can do on yourself, a lot of this stuff will take care of itself. You're either going to be removed from that environment, or that person who's or those people that are in your environment will unconsciously start changing because they're followers, right? I mean, you just look around in society, there's no leader really. It's follow the herd, right? People are going to college because their buddy went, not because they had the thought and wrote down, hey, I really want to go to college and plan this thing out. They're just doing whatever everyone else is doing. So when you're getting frustrated and lonely, I really want you to take time to really just understand that eventually you start to break through some of that. And what it really does is it makes you confront fears in yourself, right? You start to be able to have conversations eventually, and you don't get angry or upset, but you'll be able to have, you'll be able to tell your significant other or whoever it is, hey, this is extremely important to me. And whether you're a fan or not, right? I don't want to have to hide and be all taboo and not talk about what I'm excited about. So we need to figure out a solution, right? You're either going to let me rant and have fun and explain what I've learned and go through all these emotions that I'm feeling with excitement, or we got to figure something else out. This isn't working for me, right? I mean, if we're going to work on ourselves, we got to be able to work on ourselves in an environment where we feel like we can work on ourselves and we're not hiding, right? We need to be able to read when we want to read. We need to be able to, watch a video when we want to watch a video. We want to be able to be working on action steps when we want to be working on action steps. And so part of this is going to be holding yourself accountable to some time management, right? Your significant other or whoever it is not going to want you to just abandon them and fully immerse yourself on yourself, right? And I don't want that either, right? In the beginning, I want you to be able to find time during the day creatively, whether you have to get up earlier than them and do the things that you need to do, or you need to stay up later than them, right? And during the day, take these little opportunities that you've set up to get some things done, right? So I don't know, just don't give up. This is the one I see that most people give up on because their environment in the beginning it's such an uncomfortable spot to be. And I just don't want you to give up because the environment you're in isn't helping you. And so if you can find someone to mastermind with or reach out to me, I mean, if that's what it takes, I'm fine with that. I mean, whatever has to happen for you to be able to continue your journey and talk about things and not just be writing and thinking all by yourself like you're a lone soldier that's in a society that no one gets you. Because I get it. I've had to do this. It's not easy. You have to have tough conversations, right? But try to get a little ways into this journey before you have the super tough conversations, because you want to make sure you've given the other person a little bit of time and grace that, wow, this is a major change, right? I'm not binging out on Netflix all of a sudden. This has been our habit for X amount of time. Now all of a sudden I'm not doing that, right? Like that's a big thing if that's your habit at night, right? That's your time together. That's your, right? So you really got to get creative and, reach out, try to find someone else, an employee or someone you work with or a friend or a family member, maybe they got you into this journey, and have coffee with them multiple times a week and be able to, right, get some of this stuff off of your chest and keep growing and learning and thinking. So, if not, DM us. I will make time. I will call you. I will help you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Things are moving and grooving, and I really want you guys to be aware of the synchronicities that are going to be happening to you. If you haven't already noticed them, please slow down a little bit more. Take a little bit of time to write things down every day that have happened to you. This is why carrying a notepad and a pencil everywhere you go is so important to me, because it might be on the freeway. It might be at work. It might be in a convenience store, right? And if you have a notepad in your car and you go into a convenience store and something happens, somebody did something wonderful for you, go out and write down that synchronicity when you get back to your car. Do not put it up here and try to remember to do it later. It's too hard, because I really want to start hearing about some of these synchronicities. And I really want you to be aware when you look at them, holy smokes. I've had a lot of things that normally didn't happen to me that are happening to me, right? This is how you know this stuff works. So have a great day, guys. Thank you. Bye.